It's Radio Raheem. Psych. Only kidding, guys. Now, Eddie Hearn, Dillian White, KUBRAT PULEV. It seems that Eddie Hearn wants to have KUBRAT PULEV versus his fighter, Dillian White, on July 21st for a title eliminator. It will be the IBF title eliminator. Whoever wins this fight will be in line to face. So he'll be a mandatory for Anthony Joshua's IBF title, and of course all his other belts. The man has so many belts, but the victor of that fight will, be in line for those belts, particularly the IBF strap. Now, as you know, Eddie Hearn is trying. He's really trying to get Dillian White to face Deontay Wilder, where Deontay Wilder is trying to get the fight with Anthony Joshua. So, Dillian White is basically going to have to be put on the side, on the shelf. Dillian White's a guy that has been really asking for a title shot for a while. He's been really aching to get his title shot with Deontay Wilder. And he's already fought an eliminator, so it looks like he's going to have to take the route of fighting for the IBF eliminator against KUBRAT PULEV and face Anthony Joshua. Now, unfortunately for him, I personally think both Joshua and Deontay Wilder beat him. So I think even if he fights Deontay Wilder, I would pick Deontay Wilder to knock him out. Cold. Oh, yeah. Cold. You guys already know me. I've been saying that Deontay Wilder beats Dillian White. I just think style-wise, style-wise, he's on a different level. That's right, style-wise. When it comes to Anthony Joshua, we already saw what happened when AJ fought White. AJ was the better fighter. Beat him up, knocked him out with an uppercut. Now White says, his biggest excuse is, well, when I fought AJ, I wasn't in shape. I was not in shape. All right. They didn't give him enough time. They were putting him in there against shorter opponents. If you remember, the last guy he fought, Dillian White, prior to facing AJ, was Brian Minto. Now, Brian Minto is that short, 5'10", stocky / fat heavyweight that was way washed up by the time he fought Dillian White. But Dillian White, if you remember, leading up to that fight, wanted to fight someone who was at least 6'6" to get him prepared for Anthony Joshua. And he blamed Eddie Hearn for not putting him in there with a guy as big as, Anthony Joshua to get him, I guess, quote unquote, prepared for Anthony Joshua. Instead, he put him in there against a short, heavyweight like Brian, the journeyman Minto, Minto, whatever his name is. And, that's basically Dillian White's excuse as to why he got his ass whooped against Anthony Joshua. At least that's what he says. That's what he says. I personally think even if he was in shape, he will still lose. Anthony Joshua was a novice when he fought Dillian White 3 years ago. Now, you can't say that Dillian White was also a novice back then, but I actually think Anthony Joshua has improved much more as a fighter than Dillian White has. Okay? I personally think. So even if he's in better shape, I still think that 9 times out of 9, 9 times out of 10, Dillian White will come up short against Joshua. You guys know what I stand with this. I personally believe that Dillian White will never be a champion unless he fights for a vacate champion against some very low level guy, some very British level mediocre guy. Let's say he fights, I don't know, the title gets vacated, Wilder vacates his belt or Joshua vacates one of his belts and they put Dillian White in there with, Dave Allen. Oh, I could easily see Dillian White beating Dave Allen. Oh, wait, because he already beat Dave Allen, didn't he? That's right. Now, how do I think this fight plays out? Dillian White versus KUBRAT PULEV. As I told you, KUBRAT PULEV is the biggest hype job in the heavyweight division. KUBRAT PULEV was a guy that many boxing fans were hyping up, particularly Bulgarian boxing fans were hyping him up as if he was Klitschko 2.0, the Klitschko killer. He was fighting nothing but low-level guys. The minute he steps up in world class, he gets utterly destroyed. He gets humiliated. It was embarrassing. Okay, it was an embarrassing performance by KUBRAT Pulev, and he got absolutely stoked, murked, cleaned out, washed out. Easy money, easy work for Klitschko. Klitschko didn't even break a sweat. That was easy money, easy peasy. A walk in the park. Can't get any easier than that. Dillian Whyte is basically facing a hype job, because if you look at KUBRAT Pulev, after he got humiliated and exposed, because he's definitely got exposed against, Klitschko. He went on to fight nothing but bums. The dude fought Samuel Peters, the Nigerian Nightmare. The Nigerian Nightmare. Samuel Peters was coming off a 7-year layoff. What business does KUBRAT Pulev have fighting Samuel Peters, the Nigerian Nightmare? He was coming off a 7-year layoff. What does that prove, Pulev? What does beating a washed up Samuel Peters, who was coming off a 7-year layoff, prove? Absolutely nothing. You know what it proves? Zero. Nada. Jack shit. Comprende, amigo? That's right. Nothing. It proves nothing. Okay? Then he beat Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson is a runner. He's a survivor. He doesn't come to win. You don't believe me? Look at him when he fought Vitaly Klitschko. He was just trying to play defense. He wasn't even letting I don't think he threw one punch. He was just there playing the defense. Dude doesn't come to win. He comes to lose. Kevin Johnson should change his nickname from Kevin Kimping Johnson to Kevin I only come here to lose Johnson, because that's what he is. He's a loser. That's why he's not offensive. He doesn't let his hands go. KUBRAT Pulev is a hype job. So I am 100% picking Dillian Whyte to beat him. 100%. And if KUBRAT Pulev gives Dillian Whyte trouble, then Dillian Whyte should retire from the sport of boxing. He should retire. I said the same thing when he was going to fight Lucas Brown. I said if Dillian Whyte struggles with Lucas Brown, he should retire from the sport of boxing. Because if you can't beat Lucas Brown, you will never become a champion in boxing. And I'm going to say the same exact thing with him against KUBRAT Pulev. If Dillian Whyte struggles or even manages to lose one round against KUBRAT Pulev, the hype job, the Bulgarian hype job, he should retire from the sport of boxing. I already told you my opinion. I believe, and I'm going to continue to say this, Dillian Whyte will never become a champion. That's all I have to say, guys. All I have to say. Hit me up and subscribe for daily boxing videos, guys. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.